Good morning, dear colleagues. Today we have Tuesday, the 12th of January, and I invite the spokesman of the Ministry of Defense, Colonel Oleksiy Chornobay, and later we will have Colonel Anton Marinovich via Skype from the hostility area. Good morning, dear journalists. Happy to see you at our briefing. The state budget for the 2016 approves 55.5 billion hryvnia for the defense ministry, which is 2.45 GDP. This is 16% increase of the defense allocations. Out of that amount of money, 20% is allocated for development of new military equipment and 6% for exercises of the armed forces. The rear supplies will take 6.5 billion hryvnia. The disability payments up to 1 billion and construction of housing for the servicemen up to 700 million. Also, these resources will allow to raise salaries for the servicemen, thus soldiers whose service is held in line with the contract will get 7,000 hryvnia, while brigade commanders up to 14.5 thousand hryvnia. Also, the cabinet of ministers cancelled special deduction for the defense purposes for Ukrainian servicemen. In line with the action support Ukrainian army, almost 160 million were collected for the armed for the defense purposes. Also, NGOs and citizens provided more than 42 million hryvnia for Ukrainian armed forces. Also, the Ministry of Defense continues to hold on public procurement for the defense purposes. Thus, during the last year, the ministry concluded 851 contracts amounting to 8,287 million hryvnia, and due to this contracts, the army has received the uniform, special warm vests, special boots, water protected suits, special suits for specialists, armed vests, etc. During the last year, the Ministry of Defense also purchased and supplied 115,000 tons of fuels and oils. In 2015, the Ministry of Defense spent more than 5 billion hryvnia for development of new military equipment and machinery, which is 6 times more than back in 2013. Also, in line with the public procurement, the Ministry of Defense has concluded 89 new contracts for development of new military equipment and machinery. This allowed to modernize tank, aircrafts, helicopters, armored vehicles, special carriers, anti-tank complexes, controlled missiles, radio stations, drones, navigation machinery, etc. Besides that, in 2015, the new samples of ammunition were developed for the Ukrainian army. At the same time, the overhaul and repair brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces had repaired more than 35,000 units of machinery. The military snipers of the armed forces of Ukraine neutralized more than 28,000 of mines and explosive ordnance. They demined 59 objects and cleared up 585 kilometers of automobile highways. Now I give the floor to Colonel Anton Miranovich by Skype. Good morning, Mr. Miranovich. Will you please inform us about the situation? First of all, I would like to greet you with the all-season holidays. This is our first meeting after the New Year. Unfortunately, the situation remains without changes. Starting from January 1st, the enemies continuously shell our positions 20 times per day in average. The most actively they used weapons on Christmas Eve when there were more than 60 shellings. Now I will describe the dynamics. The biggest number of shellings we experienced yesterday on January 11th, having slightly decreased their day shellings. They considerably enlarged the number of the night shellings, and while there were only 8 shellings during daytime, 35 more shellings were in the dark part of the day. Now I will describe in more detail the violations of the ceasefire agreement. Around Donetsk, we observed the biggest number of such violations. Thus, in Donetsk area, they shelled Piski, Avdiivka, Mariinka from grenade launchers and big caliber machine guns, and near Krasnogorivka the sniper worked. Also, they continue provocations near Golivka. They use small arms, grenade launchers, big caliber machine guns near Novhorodsk, Zaitsev and Mayorsk. To the east from this location near Svetlodarsk, they used big caliber machine guns and snipers near Luhansk. Near Semigiria, there was a short combat strike with the use of small arms. The enemies were revealed, discovered, and they repelled. Near Troitsk, they used 82 millimeter mortar. Near Krymsk, the Russian Federation bands opened fire from grenade launchers and 120 caliber mortars, which is prohibited by preliminary agreements on de-escalation of the conflict. Also, the Kremlin mercenaries shelled our positions near Vodane, which is located in the gray zone near Mariupol. They launched fire from occupied Kominternova. We do not have our forces in Kominternova, and they did this in order to blame the ATO forces in this challenge. Also, on January 11th, pro-Russian organized bands carried out 21 military provocations near Donetsk and Golevka. Also near Troitsk, they shelled our positions from tank. On Saturday, we fixed 28 violations of the ceasefire regime near Donetsk. They shelled our positions from heavy weaponry, from tank, armored vehicles, 82 mortars near Novhorodsk. Also, at the beginning of that day, we registered shellings of our positions near Novhorodsk with the use of heavy weaponry. During last 3 days, we've registered 80 violations of ceasefire regime and the escalation of the conflict. Also, among the enemies, the discord is growing. During the last month, we keep receiving more and more information from our reconnaissance and intelligence about the clearings carried out by the leadership among the militants. They physically destroy those whom they do not like. At the same time, the general spirit and moral situation is declining. The Ukrainian intelligence proves that the 5th separate motorized brigade known as Oplot and deployed in Donetsk is carrying out more than 300 militants had written reports requiring their retirement. In order to prevent escape, the Russian terrorist band formation leaders commanded to take off passports from the militants. This was taken under pretext to pay fees and salaries to the militants, but without passports, those people would be unable to move neither to Ukrainian nor to Russian territory. Also, the epidemic diseases are spreading in the band formations. Unfortunately, the leaders of this band formation do not allow those ill people to leave the band formations, nor provide them with any medicines. At the same time, Ukrainian troops, fortunately, do not experience any epidemic diseases. The prevention measures are taken very proactively, even in the most dangerous locations. All Ukrainian soldiers are provided with warm clothes, warming facilities, sufficient amount of foodstuff and sufficient amounts of vitamins. Also, I would like to mention that all Ukrainian defenders during this New Year and Christmas season are greeted very warmly. Children along the contact line, they provided them with presents and organized events which raised positive emotions, and they organized Christmas events and festivals. Also, volunteers participated in all those events. As of now, this is the full information. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your questions. Dear colleagues, do you have any questions? Since there are no questions, we will wrap up our briefing, and please accept my warmest congratulations with the New Year and Christmas, and see you on Friday. Our next press briefing will be at noon. Thank you.